I'm going to be building this. This is by Peter Jiang TW. Very beautiful. Now, the only changes that I made was instead of this one being on 2 ticks, this one is on no ticks. And then at here, he has a slab here, as you can see, and then he just runs the thing, the line there. Well, that part I just changed, and instead of putting that line there, I put a repeater on 4 ticks, powering this dot, and then just to mess with the timing a bit because it wasn't doing. I want it to go every time instead. So this part here, I wanted these parts to go every time because I wanted it to push these in all the time because it wasn't pushing them in before and they were just staying there, right? So it couldn't like retract all of it for some reason. I have no clue, why it was happening like that. I was putting this block up, putting this block down, pushing buttons for like 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and still I had to do this. So I put another torch up here, and I'm using this torch that's already there, right? Lighting this one and put a torch up here with a dot powering that. And then there's a sticky piston here, giving it another pulse power. And the dot remains up here too. That's to activate these top ones, and not those top ones, these ones, bottom top ones, right? That's going to activate those, like when this activates that, that will activate that, and so on and so on. I don't know, it just works like that. And the obsidian part, right, is basically just it's basically everything the same as his, right? Instead of the dot right here that he had, he had nothing there because this torch is already powering this, right? And this dot is powering this piston here, right? So instead I just added the obsidian on that piston and behind these pistons and then behind here, and it's still powering that, like, see, from this torch is still powering that one thing, so it's okay. And then oh yeah, and you can add a regular blocker, something like that, and then I connected these together like that, and it's still getting power from this torch. Now for the button part, still everything's the same like how he did it, right? He has the torch here, right? Except I just do a small, pulse extender here. There's a 2 and a 4, and then there's another repeater 2 here with just a 4 comparator pulse extender. That I found that was just a good time. So anywhere on these lines I can send button power and the thing should work. Like the lines on the comparator. So I guess you can bring a line anywhere you want and hide the button if you don't want people messing with it. And yeah, that is basically how I did the fix for this on PS4 because it wasn't working for me, and I've made it so many times. Look at that. So many times, so many times, so many times. Right? I was even doing extra this big stuff there, but all I needed to do really was put that on none. No ticks, not 2. Just no ticks. And you could make the front top a little bit slower when it's retracting in by putting this to 3. It won't do anything really that much. it won't mess around. You know, this is the one coming from you know, where he first gets the power to retract the last two double pistons that retract all the slime. He uses this orange part here. Well, you could put that to 3, it'll slow it down, but you know, and that won't do anything. But everything else I mess around with is just told, you know, you can't mess around with it. It's actually perfect. You can't mess around with this build, really. You know, those are staying on none there to reactivate that. Everything else is basically the same. So, but all those changes just to the buttons, just to the obsidian on the top, just in case it glitches, and this one onto no ticks, and that will be it.